Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. Oh my goodness. And I am having camera issues. Welcome, Pisces. I know I promised you that I would have all my camera issues sorted out by this month. So I'm going to give it a try. The Aries video cut off. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, we'll figure it out one of these days. So if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and not giving up on me. I am using the holographic tarot today, and I really love it. It's really pretty by candlelight here. So today I'm going to be doing a past, present, future reading for the Western astrological sign Pisces, what Pisces needs to know for their highest good and the highest good of those around them for the month of August 2021. So I'm just gonna, it's a new deck, so I'm just gonna give it a couple extra shuffles here. This heart wants to be in your video, Pisces. Okay, here we go. So you need lots of extra TLC is what I'm getting. So in the previous video for Aries, we talked about how the Aquarius full moon on July 23rd really made us look at our feelings, whether we wanted to or not. And I know you guys are very, very empathic, and so you're probably trying to figure out your own feelings, and the feelings of the people around you are probably overwhelming. This is so interesting. I'm really feeling like for the month of August, everyone is feeling very challenged with feeling isolated and sort of, getting used to, it's like we've all gotten used to spending time alone. And, human beings are such creatures of habit that, we usually do tomorrow, we usually do the same thing day after day. And so maybe you've secretly been enjoying your solitude, and maybe you've been gardening or reading books or cooking or just having, your alone time. I feel like some of you are really bummed out because, you miss socializing with people, and you miss, talking to um, your mail delivery person, or, maybe you really enjoy socializing with people on the bus on your way to work, things like that. So in some ways, you've been feeling grief over these, losses in your life this past year. For some of you, they could be more significant losses if your job was affected, um, or friends and family, have been depending on you, or vice versa. Maybe you've been more dependent on people than you normally are. But now, we're trying to get along with other people. We're trying to go out and have fun and socialize. And, it's not going as smoothly, I think, as we would all like, right? Like it's very stressful. And just, trying to find your balance. So I feel like, this full moon has really been messing with you. in terms of just feeling waterlogged when it comes to your emotions and the people around you's emotions. And I see you with a big box of Kleenex. And, you know, some of you may even be indulging in it. Maybe you're watching sad movies on purpose or romantic movies. But for some of you, you know, maybe there's a sad commercial that sets you off or something, and you feel like you're just losing it, losing your mind because you can't understand why you're feeling so emotional. So I hope that, you know, if you do some reading about the Aquarius full moon, that might help you. But I feel like there's this added layer of having to go out and be around people again. That's going to be a challenge for you this month. Um, this is interesting. The Four of Wands in your recent past, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like, you know, I'm really getting that with the Ten of Swords, this is everything that's been on your mind recently. Um, you know, you've just really been stressed out. You've been bummed out. And, you know, you're just in your room with the door closed and the lights out, you know, like this is really um, just feeling the weight of the world. Maybe you've been stressed out at work. Maybe there are things within your family. But swords have to do with the element of air. So it has to do with mental activity. So maybe in the workplace, you have to do a lot of talking. And by the end of the day, you know, you're talked out or you've had a lot on your mind. But what you really need is a vacation. And I see that, you know, you've been working really hard, you've been saving your money, but you still feel like you don't have enough in the bank, or you've been waiting for a promotion, or you've been waiting for a raise, or you've been waiting for an inheritance. You know, you're just not feeling like you're getting anywhere, or you haven't seen monetarily, or you haven't seen, you know, the results of your efforts that you thought you would have by now for all your hard work. What I like about your recent past is you do feel like, you know, that you have a foundation in your life. So you do feel like you have a body of work to show for all that you've done. You feel good about, you know, maybe this is your marriage and you feel like you have a solid foundation. This could be with your friendships, you know, that you have a circle of support around you, a support network. So despite the fact that, you know, these things are stressing you out in the month of August, you know, you do feel like there are some things to celebrate. Some of you may be getting married or may have gotten married in the month of July. Maybe you're graduating, maybe you have kids that are graduating, but there's some kind of celebration here for how far you've come. There's some kind of, this is very often the wedding card, but not necessarily. This can also be something like a family reunion, or a graduation, or some kind of celebration where you're like, hey, like, you know, we've really got something here and we've worked really hard. You know, there's more work to go. You know, there's good days and bad days, but, you know, you feel really proud of how far you've come, and you feel you have a sense that, you know, there are positive things to look forward to in the future. When the Six of Wands comes up, this is in the here and now, and so I feel like this is going to be a big lesson for you in the month of August. So it's telling me August isn't going to be the easiest time for you. I feel like there's a situation um, where you're going to have to take a stand and you're going to speak your truth. And I feel like this is going to be a catalyst for you, um, you know, to really use discernment in the situation, um, you know, to call out the truth, to say, okay, enough is enough, like cut the crap. I'm hearing, you know, Judge Judy, like, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. So I feel like you're being called to put yourself out there for others, and speak the truth and really stand up either for yourself or the people around you in some way. So there's some kind of advocacy, there's some kind of championship, there's some kind of campaigning on behalf of others. maybe who, aren't able to speak up, who, um, are depending on you. The six of Wands can be a really tricky card. Okay. When you read about it in books, it's all about victory. It's all about people cheering you on because you've worked so hard and you've come so far. Like here you are with the four of Wands, and here you are with the Six of Wands. But from my experience as a tarot card reader, when this card comes up, it's really important to kind of really make sure that you look at any repercussions that could come to you personally for putting yourself out there for others, and looking at the people around you, like, are these people worth it? Um, if you're putting your job on the line, if you're putting your career on the line, if you're putting your reputation on the line, if, um, with the people involved in this situation, would they do the same for you? And if you were to lose your job, would it be worth it? If you were to lose, self-respect, would it be worth it? These are the kinds of things that I'm looking at. But I feel like with the Ace of Swords here that you're really going to feel emotional about this. I feel like, you're just going to feel overwhelmed and you just want to speak the truth, right? And you're going to, speak up no matter what the cost is for you. Now, I feel like to some degree, you have to look at how you're manifesting this. With the death card here, the death card is all about the small changes that lead to the bigger changes. And so with the Six of Wands here, it's telling me that like I feel like that these changes have needed to come for a long time, and maybe you haven't been willing to face the truth until now. Um, and 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 maybe, like, I'm just going to use work as an example, but let's say at work you say, okay, enough is enough, and I'm leading a strike or something like that. Or maybe you'll quit your job, or um, it's sort of like you're creating this external circumstance so that it will motivate you to find a new job somewhere else, if that makes sense. So, things that maybe you were going along to get along, weren't a problem for you. Well, now all of a sudden they're a problem. It really is the traction, whatever situation this is here, where you're putting your neck on the line or you're putting yourself out there for others. It really is about, it's really about giving yourself the traction to move on, to a healthier situation. And I'm hearing, you can't get well in a situation that made you sick, right? So there's something about using discernment, saying, okay, enough is enough. This isn't healthy for me. I need to make changes. And I think you're taking personal responsibility for that. And you're saying, okay, like, I can't change people. I can't change my environment, but there are things about me that I can change. And because maybe you've been feeling, really powerless in this circumstance, and you're realizing that, you can't control other people, but you can control yourself. So what can you do? I'm hearing, and this is one of my favorite sayings, when I get myself stuck, it's like I can get myself into some stinker situations, that's for sure. And then, you come to the realization that no one is coming to rescue you. No one is coming to help you. And the only person that can get you out of that situation is you. So I do see that other people are involved. You do care about other people. Maybe it's easier for you to find a better situation than the people that are still in this situation. So I do see you, you may be sticking around here to try and create a better situation for the people where you are. But all in all, I feel like it really is a catalyst for you to make some healthy choices for yourself, because people look up to you. right? And so you might start paying attention to your health. You might start paying attention to what you're wearing. Um, maybe it's your kids that are looking up to you and you're realizing, whoa, like, maybe you've been having a glass of wine every night with dinner for the past year, and you're realizing, okay, maybe I'm not setting a good example. That's just an example. I'm not really getting that. I'm just using that as an example that, you're just kind of paying attention to your behavior. You're paying attention to your actions and how they affect people around you. And you really want to be a cause for good, right? You really want maybe you really like that people are paying attention to you and you're realizing, how you can change your situation for the better. I really love this reading because we have the star here as the outcome. So I feel like, you have been experiencing some stress and some delays and some disappointment. And you're coming through, what looks like a difficult time. But I really love that the star card is here because it's telling me that you will want to pay attention to yourself. You will want to, the star is comes after the tower card in the tarot. And so that tells me that even though you've been through some really tough times, it's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. And you can look back and say, wow, like I've really come through some serious poo-poo, right? And I've come out the other side and I'm realizing, that feeling bad or, having other people feel bad, that's not serving anyone. We're all born innocent. We're all divine children of God. Um, I don't know why, bad things happen to good people, especially Pisces. You guys are just, the sweetest, most compassionate, generous people. But I feel like you're grounded on the earth. You have one foot in the water. So, that tells me that you are going, from the 10 of Swords here, you are going to feel balanced. You are going to feel at peace. And you're going to recognize your own divinity. I'm really feeling that. And you're going to feel loved. You're going to feel special. And the person who's giving you that, I'm hearing is God, but it's also you allowing that, into your heart and into your being. And so that's really beautiful. I see some of you getting into, I'm seeing crafts or crocheting or sewing or some kind of, something in the home, decoupage maybe. But you're finding things to be joyful about, maybe it's a new thing that you've always wanted to do. Um, Someone recently told me they're not a Pisces and their mother isn't a Pisces, but I'm being shown this, so I'm going to tell you this story. Um, a friend of mine's mother always said that she wanted piano lessons, but her parents never gave her piano lessons. And I think now that she's in her 60s, she finally signed up for piano lessons, and it's just made her so happy, and that's something that she could have given herself a long time ago, right? So I think you're recognizing that your passions are your truth. And that's a line from the book, The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's right up your alley, Pisces. But, if you have had your heart broken in the past, it's a really wonderful book. If you're in a relationship, but you don't have to be. But it really reinforces that, we are passionate, loving, caring people, and it's so important to not give up on what we want in life. And you can easily fall into a depression, if you feel like you can't have what you want. And so I think to some degree you've been fighting hard to get what you want. Um, and maybe you've given up and you've been depressed about delays in not getting what you want. But this is you finding that love again, finding that passion again, finding that hope again. Um, so maybe you're still waiting for a promotion at work, or maybe you're waiting, for a new employment opportunity, but you can, sign up for piano lessons if that was your childhood dream that was unfulfilled. You can find things to get excited about in life. You can feel good about yourself. You can free yourself from negative things that you've had to experience in the past. And so I see you doing that in the month of August. I asked for more information about that, and we have the Five of Swords and we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is about you getting together with friends, people that you really care about. You want to have fun. You want to chat with the girls or the guys. Go outside, maybe play a baseball game, maybe play a soccer game, go swimming. Sit in the backyard and have a chat. We've got the Five of Swords here, and so it's an interesting it's an interesting card to show up in the last position. So this person has three swords here, and the friends are walking away, and there's two swords on the ground here. And so this is a bit of a warning to look for win-win situations, okay? So it's saying in the situation that you might say, it's my way or the highway. If you want to come to my house, you can, this is what we're having, take it or leave it. And anyways, I won't get into scenarios. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But when you are kind of doing fun things with other people or organizing events, try to slow down and listen to your friends. This is similar to the Aries reading, so it's kind of funny because we're trying to get along with people again. We're trying to be around people, and even if you really, 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 really want something, just listening to what other people want in the situation, see if you can find a win-win situation, and try to be open-minded about what other people want to do, because then these people will have ownership, they'll have commitment, you'll have more, um, uh, you're gonna win in the long run, by looking for win-win situations. If you go with the attitude, it's my way or the highway, you're gonna miss out, is what it's saying. And these people are gonna stop trying to talk to you. Okay, they're going to say, well, this person didn't listen. I tried to help. I tried to make this more fun, or I tried to make this more engaging, and they're walking away from you. So just try to keep that in mind, Pisces. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but yeah, the bottom line is win-win situations are going to serve you better in the long run. Okay, so we got to the end of the reading, and the camera, oh, it just stopped. Oh, it's still recording. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I look forward to seeing you next month. Okay, take care, and I hope you have a great month.